Welcome back everybody. Today marked the start of the NHL playoff. For that occasion I'm gonna give my NHL bracket prediction. Let's start with the East. First we have the Battle of Ontario. On one side the team with probably the most pressure to only win a round, opposing a team that is finally free from mediocrity of the last 7 years. If we look at the team on paper, the high-end talent of Toronto is unmatched, but the forward depth of Ottawa is way better, having guy like Cederlund on the fourth line. But, on defense, it's the opposite. Ottawa has the two best defensemen on both team in Sanderson and Chabot, while Toronto could have the depth to have OEL on the third pair. Yes, could, because him and McCabe are injured. Between the pipes, it's pretty fair. If you look at the stat, it's pretty misleading. Yes, Stolarz has been an absolute monster, but Ullmark battle injury all year. So, I really think it's gonna be a fun tight series, and as much as I want Ottawa to win and to continue the running gag of the Leaf choking in the first round, I take the Leaf to win in 6. The next matchup is the Battle of Florida. I said that the Battle of Ontario would be fun and tight. This one is gonna be tight, yes, but absolutely no pleasure will come out of this series. On one side we have the team that score the most goal in the league, led by the Art Ross winner. On the other side the former Stanley Cup winner. Both team have grit, both team can score, both team have a goalie that can steal the series. But in depth, what does it look like? The forward core of both team are elite, but Florida is more injured, with guy like Kachuk and Barkov that miss time due to injury. So I give the edge to Tampa. On defense, I don't think it's even close. Tampa has a real good top four, while Florida need to have somebody like Mikkola or Kulikov in the top four, which not optimal, and that is only when Ekblad is gonna be back. For the goalie, this season Vasilevsky has been insane. Only Hellebuck has been better this season, while Bob has been okay. So, I think Tampa will win in 6 games. The next matchup is the number 1 seed against the number 8 seed. If we only look at the standing, Montreal should lose in 3, but since the 4 Nation Cup, Montreal had a better record. Yes, one was playing for their playoff live while the other for OV record, but a win is a win. Up front it's pretty tight. The first line of Montreal is the best, but the second line of Washington is insane. Both third line are good, but the Montreal one has been on fire lately. Overall, Montreal is more skilled, but Washington is more physical, but mostly way more experience. On D I must give the edge to Washington, but Montreal is not bad by any mean. But the playoff will prove to everyone what Hudson is really worth. Finally the goalie, on paper it's not even close, but Thompson has been injured lately and Montembeault has played way better since the break. I think that Washington is gonna win in 7. The last matchup in the East feature the New Jersey Devils against the Carolina Hurricanes. If I must place a bet on a swept, my bet is going on this series. The Devils has been playing so bad for so long, they don't have Jack Hughes and Seigenthaler is still out. On the other side Carolina is still doing great. Double bonus, Sheldon Keefe cannot win a round and Carolina must lose in the second. Hurricanes in 5. In the second round we get a rematch of the only first round the Leafs have won in the last era. Both team that has true Stanley Cup aspiration, but only one could do it. Last time those team match against the Leaf were only able to win because Vasilevsky was not able to stop a beach ball from the blue line. And since this year he has been on fire. I think that the better team is Tampa, but are they gonna win? In this scenario they win against the Panther, they're gonna lose, guy. I'm still going with Tampa, but in 7. Washington against Carolina. I know the Hurricanes cannot pass the second round, but I think they match up really well against the Caps. But the same thing can be said for Washington. It's hard to tell because both team are pretty even in all situation and in term of style. But I'm gonna give it to the hottest team, the Hurricanes, in 6. Between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Carolina Hurricane in the conference final, I pick Tampa in 6 to go to the Stanley Cup final. Mainly because I think they have enough firepower to overpower the Carolina defense. Now let's go to the West. To start we have the Jets facing the Blues. About a week ago I would have taken the Blues in 3, but they had a small losing streak to break their historic run. That being said, I think that the President Trophy winner will not have it easy. Up front, it's relatively even with a slight advantages to the Blues, but Velarde and Ehlers are supposed to be back with them. Winnipeg offense is better, so it's sort of a tie. On the back end, the win go to Winnipeg. Because they have more height-end talent with Morrissey. For the Blues, they are just good. Between the pipes, it's a MVP caliber that tend to play bad hockey in the playoff against a mid-goalies who is only able to play good hockey when there is a lot of pressure. So, yes, it's a gamble, and I'm gonna bet on the guy that is at worst okay. Winnipeg in 6. The next matchup is the proof that we need this NHL format to stop. Colorado against Dallas, 2 Stanley Cup contender and 1 must drop in the first round. It also happened that it's gonna be the Rantanen show. So, up front it's currently pretty tight with a slight advantage to Colorado due to the high-end talent of Mac, but when Robertson back the tiebreaker goes to Dallas. On defense it's not even close. And that is even if Hayes Cannon is back. Makar, Tays is the best pair in the league and having Girard on the third pair is awesome. While Dallas has Ceci on the first pair. In net, both goalie have been pretty solid all season long with a slight advantage to Blackwood, but Otter have way more experience and had godlike performance in the past. So I bet Colorado in 7. Next we have the most hated team in the NHL facing the most underrated one. All the stat of the Wild must be put in the garbage because they lose Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek for most of the season. But, Vegas is Vegas, so who will come out on top? Up front Kaprizov is the best player overall, but Eichel and Stone make up for it and Vegas has overall better depth having Karlsson as the number 3 center. So, Vegas take the win. On the back end if we only look at the top 4 both are insanely good, but the bottom pair of Vegas is so much better the Wild one. To end it, Gustafsson or Hill? Hill is bad and Gustafsson is good but inconsistent. The edge is to the Wild. As much as I want Vegas to lose, I guess Vegas in 6. For the last matchup of the first round. We have the third time in a row LA against Edmonton. The last 2 times Edmonton come on top, but this time feel different. Edmonton is injured, the defense has not been even okay, the goaltender are not even average. While LA is great from top to bottom, last year bad goaltending, now top 5 with Kemper. Lack of depth on the back end, Clark is on the bottom pair, lack of high-end talent up front, that is still somewhat of a question, but Byfield has been a point per game in 2025. So, I think LA is gonna do it in 6. For the first matchup of the second round we got Winnipeg against Colorado. Last season Colorado destroyed the Jets, but this season feel different. And at that point Velarde and Ehlers are gonna be back. Colorado would pass a really hard first round. That's why I give the win to Winnipeg in 6. Now, we got Vegas against LA. For that one I think that LA is outmatched in every aspect of the games except goaltending, but I still got a feeling that beating Edmonton will give them a little something. LA in 7. To win the West we are left between Winnipeg and LA. At that point it's basically fantasy, but I give the edge to Winnipeg because I think they could physically overmatch LA, but it's still gonna be tight. Jets in 7. We are finally left with only 2 teams. The Jets and the Lightning. The 2 best goalies facing off. 2 offensive dynamo, 2 great defensive team, both team had some sort of resurgence this season. But who is gonna take it all? Oh Canada, Winnipeg in 7. I don't have real argument, just why not? That's it for this NHL bracket prediction. The series I'm the most excited about is the Battle of Ontario and the Colorado series. Thank you for listening. If you have anything to say you are welcome in the comment section down below. If you like, please drop